now this is your 30th year in the business.
Yeah. Wow, man. See,
Yeah,
that whole
30
reflecting,
years.
this is your life type of stuff is kind of messing with me, because I still feel like a young man.
Well, you are, man.
Yeah,
Look at you. You're
yeah.
healthy. You look good.
Yeah, I
You're in
feel
shape.
good. I feel good, man.
All that. Well, you have a new film that's in pre-production right now or post-production?
Post-production.
Post-production.
Yeah.
Gotta learn these terms
I got
better.
about 4 in post. Well, some that's going to be coming out.
Right. But
But yeah, the one I just directed is in post-production.
the Outlaw Johnny Black.
There it is. Yeah, my follow-up to Black Dynamite.
Right. So this is basically a Western version of Black Dynamite.
Well, somewhat.
Somewhat.
It's like from the makers of Black Dynamite, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like back in the Monty Python days that they had Holy Grail, and then they had, and they have Meaning of Life.
Yeah.
You know,
Kind of related. Yeah, I see what
yeah,
you're saying.
you know,
same
that kind
style. We got the Black Dynamite giant afro pick in the background.
yeah.
This was one of the cool props at your house that I always noticed. So I figured, hey, let's just throw it in the
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the shot.
So, yeah, we used to, for promotion, we had those things stuck up in trees, and people. It was effective. So people were like, what? It looks like a tree with an afro with a pick cut sticking out of it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So why did you decide to do a Western this time around?
Well, it was always the decision. I was going to do the blaxploitation Shaft Superfly thing, which was Black Dynamite. Then I was going to do the Bucking the Preacher / Take a Hard Ride type of Western, right? And the third, I was going to do a Blackula horror kind of thing, but still from that era, and have the flavors and the spirit of that era. So this is basically the second one we always plan to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's dope. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
'Cause I was such a fan of Black Dynamite. I feel like you guys just
Bruh.
nailed the blaxploitation thing so well.
Yeah, and with this gestation period, I feel like I understand it a great deal. I understand my audience, right? And I don't fall in love with my own stuff. I'm a tough critic for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie with Outlaw Johnny Black, I think it's going. It's kind of special. Like I say, it's going to do some things. It surprised me. It got so much better than even the script, and people came with, oh my God, the cast is amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better cast, and people came out just out of love and just out of love of doing work, and working together. So it felt like the 70s all over again.
Well, yeah, I'm looking through the cast right now. Jill Scott is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Peters, Tommy Davidson from Living Color,
Oh yeah, Michael Madsen, Chris Browning,
Kim Whitley.
yeah, and then we got a bunch of people that are surprises that you're not gonna know until the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some heavyweight surprise people coming up.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And the whole blaxploitation thing, it's interesting how it's sort of in focus right now because of the Eddie Murphy movie, Dolemite.
Right.
Dolemite is the name.
Oh yeah.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I have.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I dug it. I mean, at first it threw me off a little bit because I was expecting him to be right on the whole Dolemite thing. It felt like, hey, this feels like Eddie. But then I felt like it redeemed itself as it went along. I'm so close to the genre. So my expectation was, I'm looking for dead on Rudy Ray Moore. But then I settled into it and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I got it. But Eddie was wanting to do that ever since Black Dynamite.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
You guys talked about it.
Yeah, he would have meetings with Scott Sanders, who had the directing credit for Black Dynamite, and Scott would meet with him, and I think Eddie thought that Scott wrote the movie or did more, in the earlier directing part, but Scott was always like, no, but Mike did this, and So, Scott would impart to me that, Eddie's trying to do his own Black Dynamite. And I was like, I'm flattered. Well, the thing is, I offered Eddie a part in Black Dynamite as Osiris, the leader of the pimp counsel, right? And Eddie didn't want to do it.
Too bad.
Well, and then Arsenio did it, and Eddie, ever since then, was like, "Damn, I wish I had done that." And I was like, "Man, hey, I wish you did too." And Eddie was a fan of the movie. I mean, Eddie. I mean, dude, two of my greatest compliments came from Eddie Murphy in my life, man. Because Eddie Murphy is a freaking icon, a god to me.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a friend of mine brought me to the Nutty Professor set. I didn't know what to expect, right? I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, there's this fat dude walking with an entourage of people behind him. And the fat dude comes up and walks straight up to me, looks me in the eye, shakes my hand, and I noticed his hand was all puffy and squishy, right? And then he's telling me, you know, I saw the Mike Tyson movie. Mike Tyson is a friend of mine. I wanted to hate that movie, but you were a better Mike than Mike was. I wanted to hate it, but I think you did. And as he's talking, I'm thinking, what is this fat dude talking to me about, right? But I'm going, he sounds familiar. Turns out that's Eddie Murphy. I didn't know. Nobody knew he was playing a fat dude. I mean, this is while he was shooting the movie, so I didn't know what to expect. But all I know is this fat dude's talking to me with a similar, like a very familiar voice. But I mean, Eddie Murphy told me that. Became friends after that. But yeah, that was like my biggest accolade in my life is for Eddie Murphy, who didn't want to like the movie because of his affiliation with Tyson, and then also when him telling me how much he liked Black Dynamite after saying he didn't want to do it. Those are my two favorite compliments ever.